All right. Hey guys. Hello. Hello, hello. All right. Lynn, let's do a little sound check. I want to make sure I can hear you well. And I'm going to give you guys a minute to hop on. So if you'll notice, Lynn has a balloon in the background we're going to talk about in just a second. But yeah, tell us where you're watching from. And if you happen to be catching the replay, let us know that you are watching the replay. And if you're a mom sitting in a car waiting on a basketball practice or baseball practice or what else is going on right now, volleyball stuff is happening. I mean, if you're sitting in the car and watching us from your phone, let us know that. Let us know what your kids are doing right now. And if you're watching from your phone, give us a little phone emoji. And then if you're watching from your computer, I've got to know who is watching from the computer. I feel like the majority of our friends catch these most likely from their phone because we're typically always on the go. I swear I don't sit in this office every day, all day long. But I do choose my office when I go live. I don't know. It just feels like the place I'm supposed to be. So anyway, okay. Well, hey guys. Oh yeah, we've got some people coming on then. All right. Thank you guys for letting us know that you're here. And again, if you're watching the replay, let us know that you're watching the replay. So I've got my friend Lynn Lear on here tonight, and I'm so excited for you guys to hear her story. We have known each other for like 25 years. We met when we were like 2. Just kidding. No, but Lynn and I actually met in college. For those of you that don't know, I did graduate from TCU, Texas Christian University, but I actually went to Tarleton State University my freshman and sophomore year. And then that transfer was mainly because I had to transfer for my major, which was speech pathology. So, but Lynn and I were college sorority sisters, Alpha Gam. So, any Alpha Gams watching, I mean, Facebook should have told you that your sorority sisters are live. If Facebook didn't, they have failed us. But any Alpha Gams on, let us know you're an Alpha Gam. And hey, we may have some Alpha Gams on here that we didn't even know that they were Alpha Gams, right? So anyway, but yeah, we have known each other for 25 years. And it's so fun because each stage of life, we were always connected. Like we would go our separate ways. Like I said, I ended up going to TCU. That's about the time that Lynn was graduating from college. We ended up in the same place in Fort Worth, working at the same place. We ended up living like a block over from each other in Arlington when Jaden was a baby. I mean, it's just like, it just kept going like through every stage of life. When she was in New Braunfels, she was actually a hostess for a home party that I had. And we just, through each stage of life, we've always reconnected. So today we actually celebrate Lynn's 7-year Thriveversary. Y'all, that is a big deal. And I know most of you are like, why the heck do these Thrivers like celebrate their anniversaries? And it's so funny because if you heard us in the beginning, like we would say, I've been thriving for 13 months. And then I've been thriving for 21 months. I mean, it's almost like we take the months like we, when your babies are little, and you're like, well, they're 21 months old, they're 35 months old, whatever. And Thrivers we celebrate each anniversary, we celebrate each year, we celebrate those days because those days were a big day in our life, are a big day in our lives, because that's the day that things change for us. And so today is Lynn's 7-year Thrive anniversary. Her daughter's 16th birthday was yesterday, so she now has 2 drivers in the house. I know, and we're only 27. Is this not? Yeah. So Lynn, just say hello, and if you would, just kind of share. I want my friends to hear your story. So share a little bit of where you were 7 years ago. So take us back.
Yes. Okay. And you can hear me good?
Oh, yeah, you're good.
All right. So going back 7 years ago, I had to do the math. It was 2,555 days ago. I was a busy mom with 3 little girls, just keeping me on my toes. And my oldest was in 5th grade, And then I had a third grader and a kindergartner. And I was dreading the day I was going to go to work full time because I was fortunate enough to be home with my babies. We made many sacrifices to make that happen. And they were all in school. So it was time. Not only that, I was exhausted every single day. I was teaching preschool to 2-year-olds. And so that was 2 days a week at a local church. And I took a nap every chance I could. Like, it was a good day if I could take a nap. And that's not how we should live. So, but I thought that was the norm. Like, I just accepted the fact that, you know what, I'm tired, I'll sleep when I'm dead, and I'll just, fake it till you make it. And I had tried some other things just to get that energy back, just to, be able to keep up with my kids. Nothing worked. Everything was super complicated. And if you're a busy mom, you don't have time for that. So I just figured, I accepted the fact that that's how it was going to be until my kids were out of the house. And so you started sharing about your Thrive, and it caught my attention. And, of course, you're amazing at anything you do. And I was like, okay, so she's found something she really, really likes. But I have to add that you and I had been doing a different product. And I hadn't done it near as long as you did, but when I saw that you had switched to Thrive, I was like, wow, I know she's done that other product for a long time, so that really says something. She must really like this for her to make the switch. And you were talking about how simple it was. That was like the main thing that drew me in, because that's why I had failed so many times before. Trying to feel better was I just didn't have time to keep up with anything. And I was lucky to keep my kids fed, much less worry about when I'm going to eat and, the time and all that kind of stuff. So it was not feasible. And so when you said it was simple, I was like, okay, maybe this is something that might work for me. So, of course, out of curiosity, I was like, okay, I've got to know. I'm going to find out what this is about. And you and I talked, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to order it. So I ordered a month. I can vividly remember driving to my mailbox that day to get it out, and I called you, and I was like, it's here. And I was like, I'm going to take my Thrive. And you were like, but it's 10 o'clock in the morning. You're supposed to do it when you wake up. And I was like, it's okay. I haven't eaten anything yet. And you're like, okay, whatever. So I did my 3 steps. And for those of you who don't know how Thrive works, it really is super easy. You take 2 capsules a second that you wake up, and 20 minutes later, you mix your lifestyle mix. You can put it in a water bottle, you guys. It is so simple. You don't need a blender. No dirty dishes. So you mix up your lifestyle mix. Mine is hiding behind my balloons. And then you put on your DFT. Mine's right here on my wrist. Like 3 steps, that's it. Super, super simple. But yes, you're supposed to do it the second that you wake up. It is very important that you take it correctly. So Mauria was like, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. I was like, it's okay. I haven't eaten anything. So I did not follow directions that first day. And a few days in, I had to call Mauria because I was so jealous of all those stories I was reading on the fan page. On Facebook, we have a fan page, just a Lavelle fan page, and you're going to see tons of stories there. So I'm reading all these stories about everybody feeling amazing, and I'm like, okay, I am definitely doing something wrong, because that is what I want. I want to feel amazing like all those people. So I called Mauria, and we tweaked it a little bit, and I went back to taking only 1 capsule. There's 2 in a pack. You can take 1. And actually, some people are totally fine with just 1 capsule, like forever. I mean, they've been thriving for years, and they only have to take 1 capsule in the morning. I did that for like probably 4 days, I think. By day 5, I was ready to go ahead and go back to taking both of them. But I did it the right way. And I went into it gradually. And by day 7, I had less headaches. I had more patience for my kids. I didn't need those naps anymore. You know, when you hit that 3 o'clock lull and you just like, not that I was working, praise the Lord, not yet anyway, but you hit that 3 o'clock lull and like, you just want to crawl under your desk and go to sleep. Or you're just like, oh my gosh, if I could just catch like a 20-minute power nap on the couch. Like, I didn't have that feeling at 3 o'clock, and I was getting things done in the evenings. It was terrible, you guys. Before Thrive, I would put my kids to bed. They were very spoiled, and it was, you know, rub my back and lay with me and all that stuff, which enjoy it if that's you, because it goes by very fast and they don't do that anymore. But I would fall asleep with them. And I would get up at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and my poor husband was just like left to fend for himself and do whatever, because at 8 o'clock I would put my kids to bed and fall asleep and not wake up until like 2 in the morning. I still had laundry and a kitchen to clean, like all my mama chores to do. And it was just a terrible schedule. So once I started Thriving, I didn't do that anymore. I actually stayed awake and put my kids to bed. I had some quiet time with my husband, and I got my chores done, and like things were actually getting done, and I was happy, and I was patient, and I had energy. Water, oh yeah, that's a big thing I have to add. So I would say my 2 huge highlights, the less headaches, that was like worth its weight in gold. If you deal with that, I'm so sorry for you. It's awful. And so that was a really huge deal. I was noticing less generalized headaches. And y'all, I drank Dr. Pepper like every single morning like it was my coffee. I just loved Dr. Pepper. Where Mauria and I met at Tarleton, the Dublin Dr. Pepper plant was like 20 minutes from us. And oh my gosh, it was amazing. It was like the real deal with pure cane sugar. And I loved it. Like, I had family members that would bring me 12 packs of Dr. Pepper from Dublin because they knew I loved Dr. Pepper so much. Like, seriously, 10 days in, Dr. Pepper. And I didn't even want to give it up. I wasn't, you know, like a 2 or 3 Dr. Pepper kind of person a day. It was just what I started my day with every single morning. Totally lost the desire to drink Dr. Pepper. It was crazy. And that was not a goal of mine. So this right here, I drink constantly now. We all need more water, right?
You never see a thriver without water, ever.
Water. Not drink too much water. Well, I guess you can't drink too much water, but it's hard to do. And so, yeah, I was absolutely amazed. So super simple. And I had my mommy mojo back. Like, I, you know, didn't mind getting on the floor and playing with the kids, or going on the trampoline, or going to play outside. It was just, it just kind of like allowed me to enjoy my kids again, and my husband, and life in general. So do you want me to fast forward to the promoting side?
Sure, yeah.
I did not want any part of whatsoever.
And by the way, I don't force people to become a promoter. Like, my friends that get on here and say, oh, I didn't want to do this. Like, okay, Mauria doesn't make you do anything.
No.
I just introduce something amazing to you, and then it becomes a no-brainer.
Yes, it was a no-brainer. So you're a rock star, and I'm watching you like share Thrive and help all these people feel amazing. And then you get your car, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I do kind of feel like I'm getting left in the dust. It was a weird feeling because I didn't want to do it. I was very adamant that I didn't want to do it. But at the same time, I was like, like maybe this really could be something. But then I'm like, no, Mauria's amazing at whatever she does. Like that, I've been there, done that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be a promoter. I battled that for like a week. And I was really like feeling that nudge from God, like, hello, here's a great opportunity for you. But I didn't see it like that. I knew I felt great, but I didn't want to be a promoter. So I just prayed about it a lot, and it really came down to why not? I had nothing to lose because it's free. So my husband, of course, asked me 10 bajillion questions because him and I, like, he knew I'd been there, done that, and was terrible at it. So his automatic response was no. He didn't quite say it that way, but he said no. And I was like, but it's free. I mean, seriously, I have nothing to lose. And after he just drilled me, he was like, okay, do what you want. In fact, I didn't even tell him I started Thriving until he saw the DM. And he was like, what is that? And I was like, oh, something I found out through Mauria. And he was like, oh, God. So
he went to college with us too. So, and like I said, he, Lynn's always ended up with Mauria somewhere.
But God knew what he was doing this time. So
yes,
I became a promoter on January 25th of 2014. And y'all, I have not looked back since. Like, oh my gosh, what a huge blessing. Everybody in the family, when I saw, I came in with this balloon and they're like, what are you doing? And I was like, today's my 7-year anniversary. And you're like, already? Like, it's crazy, like, how time flies when you're having fun. I mean, I can't even put into words what a blessing it has been. So, and I didn't do anything other than share my story. Like, less headaches, no more Dr. Pepper. You get your mommy mojo back. Like, who doesn't want that?
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to avoid those naps every single day? Because I don't know about you, but naps are terrible. I always felt worse after taking a nap than I did before, but you're just dying to, have that quick little power nap, and it doesn't really help. So, just huge, huge blessing. And I mean, I could go on and on, but one thing I will say is, and I tell this to everyone, like, the promoting part of it, you can take all that away, paychecks, trips, everything. I will still thrive every single day. Like, that is how much I love my Thrive. I seriously don't know how I would survive, especially 2020, absolutely worst year ever. And it got me through. I really don't know how I would have survived without my Thrive. I mean, obviously I would have, but I would have been absolutely miserable. So it has been such a blessing, and I'm just super excited. I can't even, I didn't even think I'd be here 7 years later. So now I'm like, oh my God, imagine we're going to be another 7 years.
So, okay, because I was just thinking about that. So what grade is Gracie in now?
Gracie is a 7th grader now.
Okay, so I just want to make sure everyone caught this vision here. Okay, so Gracie's in 7th grade, and Brooke is a sophomore.
Yes.
Right? And Hannah's a senior.
Yes.
Okay, so Lynn started this journey, okay, and she was at a crossroads where she was either going to go to work because Gracie had started kindergarten. It was time. Like, she stayed with their babies when, they made all those sacrifices. All the kids are in school now. And I don't know about most of you, but the older they get, to me, I didn't get to stay with my babies when they were little. This opportunity gave me the option to stay at home and work from home, work from anywhere. As they've been older, and I feel like as they're older, it's almost like that's when they need you more. They need you more flexible. But this gave you an opportunity to be home full time, and it's Hannah's senior year, it's Brooke's sophomore year, it's Gracie's in 7th grade. So like that, I mean, I'm hoping everyone caught that, like, wow, this is a mom that was about to return to working full time, that was able to share her story. I mean, she told you guys, and Lynn usually says, like, she dabbled in all the little direct sales things too, and nothing ever worked. It didn't click. And I think a lot of, people ask me all the time, like, Mauria, how in the world is this so successful? And I'm like, you don't understand. It's the stories. Like, you don't have to have a sales background around here. I mean, if you can share a story, I mean, good grief. I shared today some energy bites that we found at the store that are low carb. And like, I put the Amazon link up there. Amazon's not paying me to share with you guys. We naturally we market things. We share things that we find, especially moms. We share a good deal. I saw some friends from my hometown sharing a new salon that just came to town. Like, they're super excited about a new place to get a mani and pedi. Like, that's what we do. We're going to share what we love. And Lynn made a decision to share something that she had found. She didn't have a sales background, but she fell in love with the product because it made a difference in her life. And she was able to, again, create a career here. I don't want her downplaying this. Lynn, I was pulling up our text while you were talking. You surpassed $60 million in lifetime team sales. $60 million. So my friend here, my cute little friend here that's sitting here, kind of downplaying that, like, she has impacted so many people's lives because she made a difference to create a change for herself. She was tired, but she was hopeful. And oh my gosh, like, there's been so many mamas that have been affected. It's not just her story, it's not just her that's been able to be more of a hands-on mama. There's a whole lot of people that because of her, they were able to be a hands-on mama, or a whole lot of people that her story is what inspired them to start this journey as well. So y'all, it goes so far beyond just vitamins, but I will tell you that is where the magic is, because as you can see, like, we do get emotional because there's so much that we could never truly articulate that we've experienced. But and I know we've got some thrivers that are watching, so you guys feel free to share some comments as to what this has meant for you and what this has done for you. It's so hard for us to truly articulate all that it has done, but they say emotions are what creates movements. And so when you impact someone's quality of life and you change their days, that's where the movement starts. That's because there's an emotional component to that. And Lynn, you have created one heck of a movement over the last 7 years, and we just love you and are so grateful for you. Lynn did go on, and she said that when I got my car, it got everybody's attention. But I'm like, can I go get another car? Will that get some more people's? I mean, I don't know. I've probably got some friends right now going, seriously, Mauria, you're still talking about this. Yes, I am. And I'll keep talking about it as long as it's working. And I'm just waiting on you to say yes. And then you're going to go, Mauria, why weren't you more bold with me? And Lynn is the same way. Like, we still have friends that are like, you guys desperately need this. I don't know what you're waiting on. But Lynn did go on and earned your car bonus, like, really quickly. Like, how long did it take you to get to the car bonuses? Earned at only the second rank of the company. So
we did that in 3 weeks.
3 weeks. So 3 weeks. Yeah. And what the company does is they either give you $300 a month to drive what you currently drive, or they give you $800 a month to drive one of our vehicles in our car plan. And I used to be able to tell you the 4 vehicles that were in the car plan, but now there's like a zillion. The list is like a mile long. We have trucks in the car plan. We have the Jeep. We have all kinds of stuff in our car plan now. So so that alleviates a lot of financial stresses on families too. It's kind of crazy, just the options that it's been able to create. But with your story alone, I just love that time that you've had with your girls. And you're right, it goes by so stinking fast, like so fast. I know you've got all the senior mama feels. Those feel very new to me, or fresh to me too. But that next stage is going to be so fun and exciting for her anyway. But anyway, well, any last minute closing thoughts that you want to add, Lynn?
Oh my gosh. Y'all just have to, you really, if you have watched a friend of yours and you think they're absolutely crazy, you have to experience it yourself. I mean, I think back and like, what if I would have just, scrolled right past that and just said, oh, Mauria found something else, I mean, there's a reason people share about it, and there's a reason people are still thriving 8 years later. That's a huge thing right there too. like with Jason Thriving, he has never in his life kept up with something this long. Well, I haven't either, but for him to keep up with something this long is a miracle. And that's because usually, you know, you do it for a while and it's new and it's exciting, and then you fall off the bandwagon. And he's like, oh gosh, that just got really complicated. This is not. It's so simple. So simple. It is your premium nutrition. That's all it is. Just giving our bodies what it needs, and then we feel amazing. And so you have to. We can go on and on forever.
Okay.
But bottom line, you're just never going to know until you do it yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's just how it works. You're not. Our stories are different. I mean, yes, they're similar, but everybody's story is a little bit different because your body might be lacking something completely different than mine. So you just have to do it. You have nothing to lose.
Have absolutely.
So excited.
Yes. So you'll be so grateful. Just quick recap. What is Thrive? 3 simple steps first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. We have customers that Thrive for free every single month. So this does not become like a monthly expense for you. Our company goal is actually for every single customer and promoter to get their product for free. And somebody had mentioned that they think that we get paid and we use our paycheck to pay for our product. No. We actually earn credits to customers earn credits by referring 2 friends to Thrive with them that pays for their product. Not 2 friends every month. It could be the same 2 friends for the next 7 years that Thrive with you, and you get your product for free. Your 2 friends that are helping you get yours for free, they can get theirs for free as well. Promoters, same thing. But promoters are eligible for commissions and rewards. Our fast start bonus up to $660 on your first $1,200 and up to $660 on your first $800 in orders, up to $1,320 on your first $1,600 in sales. And right now through April, when you hit 4K, which is when your total team does $4,000 in sales, they're actually matching that with a $4,000 bonus. They're doing the same for 12K. That's our auto bonus rank. $12,000 in team sales, not just your sales, team sales, $12,000 bonus, 40K, $40,000 bonus, 80K, $80,000 bonus, 200K, $200,000 bonus. And people will be earning that. We already have people that are earning those earlier ranks. So guys, there's so much on the table, and people's phones are in their hands 24/7. Your phone is in your hand 24/7. What if A, you made a decision to thrive and you can feel better than you have in the last 10 years? And B, what if you shared your personal story from your phone with your friends and family, with honestly anyone that you meet? Because who do you know that's not exhausted, tired, worn out, stressed out, can't sleep at night, has their knees hurt, the back hurts, they need more energy? Like seriously, like that's who needs Thrive. You share from your phone and you actually get paid every single week for all those people that you've been able to introduce to an amazing product. This company pays you and paid you incredibly well to refer. And they're always wanting more stories created. So anyway, thank you so much. Happy anniversary. Happy Thriveversary, Lynn. Thank you so much for being on tonight. Guys, thank you for hopping on. Again, if you're watching the replay, please leave some of your comments as to what Thrive has done for you. I know that Lynn and we have friends that are personally watching this, so get with us, girls, mamas, dads, aunts, uncles, cousin, like it's your time, friends, mamas. But I also know that we're going to have a lot of Thrivers that are going to share this with their friends. So get back to that Thriver that shared this with you. You've got to trust in. Just say, I'm ready. I trust you. I get that I have nothing to lose. How do I get started today? So thank you guys again so much. Lynn, thank you. We're signing off. Bye, guys.
Thank you.